Hello, AC Universe, and welcome to Canada Crossing. My name is Danny, and today we have a very special collab build where we each had to build a British summertime theme build right on our islands, or we could do it in HHP as well. I am, no surprise, given the title of my channel, a Canadian, and I have never been to the UK. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. I would love to go to the UK, to London. Somebody hook me up. That would be great. But until that time, I had to basically go with what I know, which is from television and movies. So I'm already apologizing. My first thought was, of course, the first thing that pops into my mind when I think about the UK. However, I could not find any codes. I found one code, and I am going to incorporate it into the build somehow. I'm collaborating with some amazing creators today. We have the person who thought up the whole thing, the wonderful Corey Dune, also known as Lauren. We have Fleurs Crossing, aka Emma, and the amazing Artsy Gamer. So I'll have all their channels linked in the description below. Be sure to check out their British summertime builds. Hopefully they have a bit more reference than I do. I can't wait to see what they came up. But let's go get this one started. Okay, so this is the area I've chosen to make our British summertime build. So what I decided to do was actually do a park, like more of a city park, like something you would see actually in London. That was my influence here. Like I said, you can ask anybody in the collab, I really wanted to do like a Spice Girls concert, but it was just going to be too difficult. I couldn't find any of the codes that I really needed to make it work, and I'm certainly not one to make my own codes. So I kind of settled on this park idea. Now, doing some research, I looked at some photos of parks, and I decided to go kind of the more city park route. They have lots of beautiful, actually more natural parks. I think it's actually land that's owned by the Queen and by, you know, the kingdom. If I'm wrong, then please forgive me. But we have the same thing here in Canada. Like, there's national parks that are owned by the government, so it's kind of the same idea. So this was the code that I really was excited about. So it's like a tall iron fence. So I used it all on these simple panels along the back, and I really love the way that was kind of my inspiration actually for a lot of doing the city park with this code. I'll have all the codes for anything I use in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And it was really a great starting point, I think, when I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and having almost zero references for anything. So this was a good start, and you'll kind of see I work a lot of the other items from basing with that iron black fence.
Flying to places that I never thought I could go. You're a meteor shower, falling down all over me, yeah, you're making me glow. Couldn't fight if I wanted, flying to places that I never thought I could go. Upside down, spinning around you.
So I knew I wanted my park to have a centerpiece, and I was toying between either a statue or a fountain. And both things are very common in parks, especially in London. So again, from the photos I saw, don't come at me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that there's lots of statues and fountains. So I decided to go with the fountain in the end. It's a classic. You can't go wrong. I'm trying to bring some like pre-2.0 items back. These lanterns as well. You know, like these are great items that I think we've kind of just feel like we all have to use 2.0 items all the time. So I really wanted to actually, this whole build has a lot of 1.0 items now that I'm thinking about it. So let's bring them back. There's some great items there and mix them up with the 2.0 items. So I'm just gonna finish the brick around here. I'm already thinking that I didn't give myself enough space at this point, but also having realized after the challenge was technically a 10 by 10 challenge, I I didn't realize it till after, but then talking to some of the other people, they didn't realize that either. So I think we're okay. We're okay. If we all break the rules together, then it's okay, right? I think that's a thing.
Play the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. Know you're gone, and you probably just forgot me, yeah, you're moving on. But I can't.
Doing this build got me really excited for summer. I love summer. I am a big fan of, I mean, obviously the winters here in Canada are brutal. So anytime it's not winter, we're generally happy. What's your favorite thing to do in summer? Like all over the world, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys are doing this summer. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea at all. I have a couple weeks off in July, August. I'm really excited to have some time off work. And maybe I'll get to stream a little bit more often and catch up on some videos, so that'll be exciting. But also have some downtime, of course. But spending time with you guys on stream is my downtime. I love it so much. So I definitely would love to get more of that in.
I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on.
So this is the island I have that I literally only use for collab builds. And it's got some random stuff all over the place. So I wanted to kind of block off the front here, so just so you didn't see, because it like down a level in front of this is actually like a cityscape build that I did for the festival collab. So I kind of, if you block it off, then you can't really see it as much. And it kind of actually finishes off the park really nice. Of course, we need the red telephone box. That was one of the things I was like, okay, I need to have the red fire hydrant. I was gonna message Emma and be like, are fire hydrants red in the UK? And I forgot. So if they're not, I apologize. We actually have them a couple different colors here where I live. So we have some red and also some yellow. There might even be some blue ones, but I could be wrong about the blue. Now, it was at this point that I really wanted to bring in some more British things. So we have these stalls with the Union Jack, of course, on them, and we have a fish and chip stand because, of course, you're going to the park, you're going to have some fish and chips. Makes sense. And we added some more British to it. I'm here for it. And then here, I'm going to also add a little bit more and have these little miniature flags that are going to surround our fountain area. And I actually love the way these little flags kind of blow in the wind. I love, like, such little details in this game is I think why we all still play it and love it so much. Now I'm gonna add the most iconic part of the park. That's right, the thing that's really pulled the whole design together. The portrait of the Spice Girls' first album. I know. It's exactly what I wanted in this park. And I'm assuming all the parks in England have some sort of Spice Girl memorabilia in it. That's just what I'm assuming. I don't know though, but I'm just assuming, right? They must.
Broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head.
Okay, so we finished our London park. Let's go have a look. So right at the end, I put this little entrance here, red, white, and blue for the Union Jack flag. And I really like how this turned out. Of course, we have the iconic red telephone booth, which just screams London to me. And we're even getting kind of dreary now, which is perfect weather. And fish and chip stand, of course, we had to add that in the park. I really like how this park turned out. I mean, in all fairness, it could be pretty much anywhere in the world, probably. But, you know, this is what you get for making a Canadian do a British summertime build. But don't forget to check out everybody else's summer British build. I'm sure they have a lot more reference than I do. I can't wait to see what they came up with. And their channels will be in the description below, so make sure to check it out. Thanks so much for hanging out, watching the build, and I'll see you in the next one.